Today we will do some case studies. Okay. So we'll start with the game. I will ask you some questions, then you will tell what is your diagnosis. There are some students who cannot wait. So they are like, has the class started? So someone replies, no, the class has not started. Then she will say, I'm not able to hear. Yeah, the class has not started. Then they will say, I think Dr. Mittal sir is on mute. I'm not able to hear. So what do you think is a diagnosis? What are the questions you're going to ask these people? Write down whatever you wish. So don't jump to ADSD. No, it's not such an easy diagnosis. Correct. So these people, they are anxious. They are stressed out. They want to run everything. Okay. So when they are sitting in a car, before they sit in the car, they are like, when will we start the journey? When will we start the journey? Once they sit in the car, when we finish it? When we finish it? And once they finish, they feel empty. They don't know what they have done. The real life is to enjoy the journey. Yeah. Enjoy the preparation before sitting in the car. And when you are sitting in the car, enjoy the beauty of the nature. If you cannot enjoy the beauty of the nature, enjoy your solitude. Relax. Take a deep breath. Drink some water. Smile. So if you keep running, you will keep running. Take a pause. Sit down. Think what you're doing. Anxiety and stress, these are the most common conditions. Emotional turbulence, everyone has. Everyone in their life, they go through this phase. It's absolutely okay. Now, what is not okay is that you are letting it drive your life. Okay. What if I miss out on this? What if I do not do that? What will happen? How will it happen? If, right? All those worries of the future, they are spoiling your present life. Okay. So what are the, who is responsible for fear of missing out? Your mother, your teacher. So mother and teacher, they are so impatient. So they are like asking children to go for the prayer or come up from the prayer. They are like, hurry up very fast. Why? What is your problem, teacher? Why I need to hurry? We are walking. Yeah. And if you run, you are going to punish. If you walk, you say, hurry up. What is your problem? It is your impatience. You are anxious. That's why you're saying this. Just relax, teacher. Have some patience. We are walking to our class. Wait. Yeah. Then mother, if you don't listen to me right now, there is a punishment. If you don't do this, there is something. If you don't go out, you will miss on something. So this is a wrong parenting and wrong teaching, wrong teaching that is happening. And that's why children are becoming anxious. I have seen many mother, when they talk to their children, they say that they give them some work. They say that, okay, you do this. And they're like, hurry up, do it fast. The child also gets a habit. So when the child wants to do something or ask something from someone, they're like, hurry up, do it fast. Why? Why I need to hurry? Relax, just wait, wait. It takes 5 minutes 100 time. I'm going to take 10 minutes because I'm average. Yeah, I'm not fast boy. I'm not Superman. I'm going to take 10 minutes. Can you bear with me 10 minutes? I will do. If you need faster than this, you do yourself. How many of you have started reading the book, Psychology Counseling? Those who have started reading the book, write down what is your opinion. Write down the chart. Yeah, so you have started. What is your opinion? Write down the chart. In the book, every chapter is one condition. For every condition, you are going to learn 6 things. What are the diagnostic symptoms? Medicine side effect, how to counsel the client, how a conversation takes place between client and counselor, what are their common questions, and how to answer those questions. good answers given by a good counselor. Number 5, what are the tips? Lifestyle changes, modifications, thinking change, all those things, management part, you tell the client. And number 6, what is the statement you should tell the client before, so that the client comes back to you again for the next. So all these 6 things you are learning for every condition. If you read this book, you will be independently able to manage almost all clients, right? Now, this book is about psychology counseling. So counseling means you're talking to the client, listening them, understanding, taking history and all. Okay. For history, there are multiple videos. QR code are mentioned in the book. History taking chapter, 2-3 videos are there. Normal history taking, then history taking for depression, then history taking for someone who is reserved or not talking, or for child. History taking for child. So watch these videos, so you will be able to take the history properly. Okay. Now, there are some people who think that just having the book in front of you transfers the knowledge to you. No, you have to read the book. You have to watch the recordings. Okay, there are 2 types of students who read now. One is they will open any chapter randomly and then read something, and then they will say, sir, actually, I didn't find the ADHD chapter. So I'm like, madam, there are 3 chapters on ADHD. ADHD in adult, ADHD in child, ADHD in adolescent. If you're not find the chapter, it means either you are reading the wrong book, okay, something else, or you are living a zombie life. Okay? So most likely second diagnosis is correct. So zombie life, when it happens, either you are stressed, depressed, anxious, schizophrenic, bipolar disorder, then you live zombie life. Or if you start medicines for any of these conditions, so you become zombie. What is the problem with the psychiatric medicines? The good effect, it takes 21 days, 3 weeks to start. And the side effect starts immediately. Okay. Weight gain, low mood, then depressed, sleepiness, all those things, it starts immediately. So you live like 18 hours sleeping. That is not a life. Yeah. It's like a zombie. Why you're taking the medicine? You want to improve. The objective is not to become a zombie, right? So immediately it becomes. Then after 3 weeks, the beneficial effect starts. And after a few months, this effect will stop. It will decline again. So what you do, you need to increase the dose. If you increase the dose, side effects will increase. So it's a perpetual cycle. Yeah. You take the dose, you take the medicine. Now the dose is not working. You need to increase the dose. How many of you have gone through this cycle or still going through this cycle? And because of this, side effects will be very high. You cannot depend on medicines for lifetime. Medicines are for short span, 3 months, 4 months, 2 months, 6 months to overcome the problem. Okay, the crisis part. But medicine is not going to heal you completely. It will never heal you completely. To heal completely, you need 2 things. Number 1, so when you are doing history taking, you talk about the symptoms. So first thing, you talk about what are your trigger factors. What are the things that triggers you? Okay. On day-to-day basis, you are normal today. Suddenly you get irritable. Suddenly you get depressed. What is your trigger factor? Number 2, what was your timeline when all this started? What was your age? What happened in your life? Okay. You got betrayed in relationship. You got married, fired from the job. You got divorced. You had children, pregnancy. In-laws started staying with you. Mother-in-law came to you. So what was your emotional trauma that has led to your crisis in life? So you need to identify what is that emotional trauma, and you need to heal that emotional trauma. So when you are able to heal this emotional trauma, then only you can feel completely good. Okay. Anxiety, stress, depression, low mood, irritability, frustration, all these are superficial symptoms. These are not disease. Okay. These are symptoms. They are caused because of emotional trauma, crisis in life, betrayals in life. So these memories are stored in our mind as images. They are stored as synapses. So you need to change that. You need to heal those emotional trauma. And to heal emotional traumas, you need neuroplasticity, psychodynamics, and experiential psychotherapy. When you do that, you are able to heal those emotional traumas. It is taught in the Sunday class. You can read that about this program in first 25 pages of the book and also in the panic disorder chapter. Again, PTSD is chapter also it is mentioned, detail of this program. When you do that, every Sunday I do the demo of the methods, the use of the worksheets, the tools. That itself heals you. When you watch those demos, that heals you. Then you can practice on your clients. Now, when you do counseling, you can charge 1,000 rupees per session. You have a plan for 1 or 2 sessions, then clients don't come to you again, third session. You also don't know what to do. But when you do psychotherapy, you have a healing plan for 5 to 10 sessions. You can earn 10 times more. When you do counseling, you can charge 1,000 rupees per session, 500 rupees, 1,500, 1,000. When you do psychotherapy, you can charge 2,500 to 3,500 per session. So your earning is 10 times more. And you have a healing plan, because mostly that in the client circle, they have gone to multiple counselors. They always do window shopping. But they will find you first who is using these methods, tools, worksheets. Okay, especially the methods. So they refer you by word of mouth. They refer their friends also. Okay, all birds flock together. So all zombies, they go together, right? So there is a group of clients. If you have one client, there is always a group of clients. Their friends will always be like that only. Anxious, stressed, depressed, all those people. How many of you are attending the Sunday sessions and you feel you are getting healed or you are already healed? Mention the percentage and mention healing, getting healed or healed. Write down in the chat all those students who are attending Sunday classes. Very good. Keep writing, other students. 80%, that's a good number. Very good. Completely healed. Wow. Mittal, very good. So after attending the session, you feel high for next 1 week. It's like you are taken some medicine for feeling high, right? How many? Okay. So what it does when you heal your emotional traumas, why you are behaving in a particular way, why you are having anxiety, stress, depression, why you are having irritability, anger, because all these barriers are there. Barriers are there. Guilt, shame, regret, anger, fear. These are all your barriers. So when you do psychotherapy, experiential psychotherapy, all these barriers are removed. Okay. And that's why you are able to live a better life. You are able to live a peaceful life. So what is the objective of the life? Yeah. To live a happy life. Right. So if you are earning and if you are not happy, no point. If you are married and if you are not happy, no point. Right. If you are doing something and you are not happy, no point. And don't confuse happiness versus discontent. I personally believe discontent is good. If you're discontented with something, you should not be frustrated. Okay. So happy, content, discontent, and frustrated. You should not be frustrated. Discontent is good. Because when you're not contented with something, there is a aspiration. I need to achieve something more. I want to achieve something more. Yeah. And that discontent is something that drives you. Okay. Any trauma you have, you should not heal 100%. You should heal 80%. There are 3 types of traumas. One that is deep buried inside, and you don't need healing for that. Okay. You don't want to open it up. The client has forgotten or buried inside, moved ahead in the life. Don't open that trauma. The second is the client is using this emotional trauma for growth, for channelizing energy. Examples: you were called a dumb student. Then you wrote some research papers, you developed theory of relativity, you got Nobel Prize. You were called, you do not have creativity. And that person started Walt Disney Studio. Girlfriend left, had a mental breakdown, patient of bipolar disorder, multiple depression episodes, 13 times depression episodes, became the president of US. Fired from the job, started own company and earning in billions, right? There is a person who did not get a job because could not fit with the norms of the company during the interview. That person started own company. Yeah. Tesla, Elon Musk. So the person is using the emotional trauma for channelizing the growth. They're using that energy for the growth, for better function. Good. You should not heal that emotional trauma. Yeah? If someone has OCD, don't heal the OCD. OCD comes with some dysfunction. So what are the dysfunction of the OCD? You expect other people to be perfect. You get irritable, you get depressed, you get anxious. So you need to control that part. But OCD is a gift. If you heal OCD, your gift is gone. So people who are very systematic, they arrange things properly. Wow, you are more suitable for that particular role. You are a good painter, you are a good writer, you are a good artist, or probably you do work because you are OCD, you are able to use that properly. You are able to perform well. So you don't want to treat OCD. Yeah. You want to control your dysfunction. So what are the dysfunctions with OCD? Irritability, anger, depression, bouts of anxiety, expecting people to be perfect like you, fighting with people, right? Those dysfunctions you need to manage. Otherwise, it is a gift. The third emotional trauma or crisis or betrayals in life that is affecting you presently. If you have an event 6 months back and you are still getting affected by it, if you are having flashbacks of those images, then you need healing. If you had certain events in your life, crises, betrayals, or emotional traumas, because of which you are taking particular decisions in particular way. Now, in your school time, someone took a rubber from you, she did not return you back. And now when you are grown adult, you are not ready to share with anyone. When you were a child, your mother, since you were an elder child, your mother took a toy from you and gave it to the younger child because younger child was crying. Now you develop the sibling rivalry. Okay. Next time you don't share your toys. Next time you're afraid that your toys will be lost. Okay. If someone took a advantage of you in certain scenario or by appreciating you, you are very careful now. Okay. You got betrayed in a relationship. Now you cannot trust the next person. You get married and you still get flashbacks of the previous relationships. You still cannot trust the new person, though the new person is trustworthy, because you had the bad experience. You betrayed someone. Because you betrayed someone, you believe that people are like that and you don't deserve good things. You don't deserve love in your life. You don't deserve trust. That's why you don't trust people now. And you behave in a wrong manner. Yeah. So all these things, they need healing. Now there are two ways to heal. Three ways actually. Number one, most important is to read the book and attend the class with the video on. If you attend the class with the video on, 20% healing is done. Yeah. Now 30% healing, so that we reach the 50% part. Very good, very good. You have a good smile. 50% you have to reach. 30% healings, it happened when you write down your story. Okay, that unburdens you. So you have certain emotional trauma, betrayals, your crisis, everything. You're always thinking of that. You are talking of that. You are rationalizing your life around it. You are explaining to the people that this has happened with you. That's why you are like this. That's why you are not successful. You are explaining to yourself that something bad happened to you. That's why you are like this and all. Yeah. Or you're just thinking of that. There is a solution for that. Okay. I'm writing in the chat what is the solution for that. So visit this platform, secondlife.org.in. There are multiple scenarios given. Whatever is your scenario, it can be the new, which is not mentioned. Write down your story, second life story. Okay. What was your crisis? How you overcame it? How you are still overcoming? How you are surviving? How you died? How you lived again? Yeah. Whatever is your scenario, write down that story. When you write that story on this platform, it unburdens you. It releases your stress. It relaxes you. And you're inspiring others. Right? Today, someone asked me, sir, can I read others people's story on Second Life? So I asked sincerely, why you want to read that? So answer was, I will enjoy when I read. You know what is it? Definition? Sadism. So you enjoy reading someone else's crisis. Understand? And the objective of secondlife.org.in is not to read other stories and enjoy it. The objective is to publish your own story so that you get healed. You move ahead in your life. Okay. You were married. You thought that is the best thing of your life. The new life, new chapter will start. That is your second, what is that called? Second half or half? What is, whatever, better half? I don't know how that person is your better half. It means you were the worst half actually. So better half is that other person. So you need other person to complete you. What stupid? Why am I incomplete? I don't need you to complete. You come compliment me. You and me become three. I don't want to become one after you. Yeah, I am myself one. I'm okay. So that person scarred you for the life, tried to scar you for the life, right? It is happening with people who already divorced, undergoing divorce battles, or still in the relationship, so-called, staying in the one roof. So they are so much scarred for their life. If you get scarred, the enemy wins. If you act in a way that you are traumatized, the enemy wins. In everyone's life, not a single exception, it is going to happen that people will do something with you. Even if you are a vegetarian, lion will eat you. You cannot tell the lion, hey lion, hey, don't eat me. Ah, I'm vegetarian. I do all the prayer and religious and tilak. Hey, get out. Lion is lion. First eating. The lion prefers vegetarian people. So you are going to meet some people in your life who are going to scar you, who are going to betray you, who are going to break you, trying to break you. If you get broken, if you break, the enemy wins. There is an event, multiple events in your life that will happen. You will think, should I become villain? You are a hero of your life. Hero, heroine, both same. Okay, it doesn't have a gender. So you are the hero of your life. Someone comes to you, does something to you, unexpected. It was not your fault. Now you think I should become villain. If you become villain, the enemy wins. So the fight is not with the enemy, the fight is with you. If you try spending your energy explaining this other person that I am right, you are wrong, I am right, you are wrong, this is your mistake, the enemy is already won. Because your whole mind, whole life revolve around proving that you are wrong. And I'm like, no, I don't need to prove. Move on in the life. Block those people, delete their number. Yeah. Get out of social media. You don't care. And move on in your life. Whatever is there, your relationship with them. Okay. Sometimes I get clients when they say that they have the parents who are the monster parents. Okay. And because of the parents, the life is hell. You will have to take some decision what to do about that. Yeah. You will have to remove people from your life, block them if that is disturbing your peace of mind. You will have to leave them. Yeah. Irrespective of your relationship with them. Because your number one priority is you. If someone is destroying you, they don't love you. They don't deserve your love. Then you don't need to be there. All those stories, whatever is your story, you can write on secondlife.org.in. Okay. Then all those people who do artwork, there is Art for Fun platform to sell your artwork, because in India there is no platform to sell your artwork, right? So you can visit this and sell your artwork. Okay? Or you don't want to sell, just promote it, just show it to the world so that you get motivated. Then those who write, for them they are hard to paper. Why these platforms? Why? Yeah. We should just do our work. Yeah. Why to do hobby? Why write? What is this stupidity? Why to paint? Why to write poems? Why to write essay? We are doing this for releasing dopamine. Everything revolves around that. Okay. All those people who feel that something is lacking in their life. Everything is good. Husband is good. Husband earning money. They are earning money. They have a job. family is there, mother-in-law does not stay with you, still you are not happy. What is the problem? The problem is dopamine. Okay. So the dopamine is low. Now, how to increase dopamine? How do you increase dopamine? Write down the chart. What are the options to increase dopamine? Write down in the comment. Helping someone, exercise, painting, okay. Gardening, cooking, very good, very good. Do activities that you like, Actico Pro, okay. Playing with pets, Actico Pro. Doing activity, listening to music, whatever you feel right, okay. If you want to eat junk food that makes you happy, eat it. If you want to eat sweet but you are getting obese, eat it. This is not a nutrition class, this is a psychology counseling class. Yeah. So whatever makes you happy, you do it. Do learn something new. Do something which you like. Learn something new. Help someone. Exercise, which will include gardening, cooking, all those things. Do your hobby and maintain your diet. Now, maintaining diet is very tough. Okay. So, what is the source of dopamine? Dopamine is formed from serotonin. Serotonin is secreted in, where is serotonin? Gut. Very good. Very good. So serotonin is secreted in intestine. Now to increase your serotonin, you need particular bacteria, particular microbiome, particular yeast. Okay. For this, the easiest way is Actico Pro. Yeah. There are many probiotics available in the market, but most of the probiotics, they have only one or two microbiomes. Lactobacillus acidophilus, that's it. A Lactobacillus acidophilus, you don't need to buy. You eat yogurt, you eat curd that contains Lactobacillus acidophilus. Why you're buying any other probiotic? Yeah. You need more microbiomes, which are specific, which are probably costly, which are difficult to manufacture. These microbiomes, this yeast that helps you secrete serotonin in the gut. Then this serotonin goes to brain, gets converted to dopamine. I had a serious gut problem since few years. Plus, I used to have emotional turbulence. So I have developed a formulation of probiotic. The brand name is Actico Pro. It is presently, I have applied for commercial license for bulk manufacturing and sale. So before that also, you can take it from me. Okay. When you take it, it will, the taste is very good. It lines up your mouth, esophagus, stomach, intestine, and it helps secrete serotonin. This serotonin goes to brain and it converts to dopamine, and it reduces your depression, anxiety, stress, worries. You will feel good. How many of you are taking Actico Pro and how's your effect? Write down in the comments. It's a powder form. You can order from me even before launch. You can order from me. How many of you are taking Actico Pro? Write down in the comment. Yet to receive. You can order it from me. As of now, it's not available commercially because commercial license is yet to come. Yeah. There is no side effect because it doesn't have any medicine. It has healthy microbiomes, which are required to secrete serotonin in your gut. Yeah, that makes you happy. That increases dopamine in your brain. Okay. It doesn't cause dependency. Okay, very good. You can WhatsApp me. Those who are interested to take it, you can WhatsApp me. Okay. Should I play the game from this book? I will ask some case studies. Yeah. Okay. There is a 50-year woman. She stays with her children and husband. Since few years, she is facing mood swings and low mood, irritability, and disturbance in the sleep. What are the questions you will ask? And what are the tests you will do? Write down in the comments. Don't jump to the diagnosis. Okay. If you jump to the diagnosis, you are average counselor. So here you need to ask more questions. You need to do certain tests. You need to think from different angle. What can it be? What can it be? It can be menopause. It can be one child has gone for further studies, emptiness syndrome. It can be lack of intimate relationship with the husband. It can be depression. Yeah. It can be because of hormonal changes. It can be because of changes in the environment or any of the things. It can be because of thyroid, right? It can be because of lack of nutrition. Very good. Lack of probably exercise, lack of purpose, lack of routine. Very good. Good questions. Very good. Self-love. Okay. So here you are going to ask all these questions which everyone has written, and you will get the thyroid done. Okay. Most common at this age is going to be 2 or 3 things. Okay. Number one is thyroid. Number two, menopause. Okay. And because of the hormonal changes, there are going to be many things. Number three, emptiness syndrome. So what is emptiness syndrome? Okay. Emptiness syndrome is grief. You know, for grief, it's not necessary that someone has to lose completely permanently. No, grief can happen when the child goes for further education abroad or other city, when the child moves out of the house because of marriage or a job. A child can also go grief if the school is changed. The child is missing the previous friends, child is missing the teacher, child is missing the school. Okay. If one parent goes for job in other city, the child may face grief. Grief is not about permanent loss. Grief can happen because of temporary separation also. Okay. Custody battle, yeah, that also causes grief. Understand? So for grief, there is a video on the channel plus griefcounselor.in. You can see on that all the steps you should do for grief counseling, the steps you should not do for grief counseling. You can read on that. And in psychotherapy program, I teach around 3 methods for grief counseling. Okay. I used to think that these are sufficient, but I firsthand realized these are not sufficient when I underwent grief in November because my father died. So I'm investing 1 CR now, and around 10 hospitals they have participated in this research for grief counseling. So you can read more details on this website, griefcounselor.in and griefcounseling.in. Okay. So if you wish to participate in this research, you can talk to me or you can fill the form on this website. Okay. Medanta Hospital, Shivaji Education Trust, Military Hospital, Kirki, Command Hospital, Aster Hospital, Dubai, Narayana Hospital, Hinduja College of Nursing, Mumbai University, they have participated in this grief counseling research. This complete project is funded by me, and the objective of this project is to develop screening tools to identify what is the stage of the grief. Presently, it is not there in the market. So all the books, all the grief literature, it talks about the stage of the grief. Yeah, but I want to measure what is the stage of your grief for child, adolescent, adult, elderly population. So how do I do it? It's not there in the market. So objective of this research is to develop it. One, to track the stage of the grief. Number two, to heal someone, to overcome the loss, emotional loss because of the grief, to develop some more methods. The 3 methods I teach in psychotherapy, I used to think that these are sufficient. I used to say these are sufficient, but I personally realized these are not sufficient. So that's why I'm investing for this research project. Okay. If you are interested to participate, you can fill the form and talk to me. Aster, Neetu. So they have signed in June only. Aster Hospital, Dubai. Max Hospital, Mumbai, they have also participated. More hospitals, they are getting empaneled for the grief counseling research. So take the benefit of this, either if you are going through grief or any one of your relatives going through grief, they can take the free counseling sessions. Okay. If you wish to participate as a counselor or an intern or a research scholar, then that option is also there. So one is for the research scholar and one platform is for the clients to book the appointment. Those who really want to join, they will WhatsApp me. They don't write here. Yeah. Those who write here, last time also I mentioned some people were, oh, this internship is very interesting. How do I join it? How do I apply it? They write on this chat. Then next day I have to tell them, hey, call me. You were asking me a question. And then same person, sir, actually I don't have time. Why you were asking them? Yeah. Why you're appreciating that internship is good? You have no intention to join. Someone who has real intention to join will read what is it, fill the form, contact me. Yeah. Learn first, attend the class, read the book. Okay. So you have the case, very good. But have you read the book? The answer is given in the book. Okay. Without reading the book, if you ask questions, there is no point. Yeah. Second case study. There is a family. The father is uh, having a military job. So there is a routine transfer every year. Mother is a homemaker. And the child is in now ninth standard. The child was good in academics, 80% above and all. Not a topper, but good, not bad. And now the child has suddenly lost interest in studies. What are the questions you will ask here? And who wants to give the diagnosis? Very good. What is the trigger? What is the event? What happened? School change, bullying, hormonal changes. Yeah. Grief. The child is going through grief because of loss of friends, teacher, previous school. Yeah. Addiction to mobile, social media, peer pressure, bullying. Yeah. Or something happened. Or the teenager. One of the common problem with the teenager is breakup. Yeah. The life ends. They throw their life when the breakup happens because that girl or that boy is the one they are going to get married at the age of 14 years, 16 years. Yeah. For them, that's the end of the life. So you need to find out what is it. Okay. Too much of rules in home. Okay, good point. So you need to ask all those things, right? And then you need to increase the emotional bank balance. See, the problem with this child, many people, what they do, mistake, actually not a mistake, a crime. What many psychologists they do, they will diagnose this child with ADHD, depression, anything, anxiety, and then refer to psychiatrist and start the medicine. Seriously. Yeah. If you diagnose this child, if you label it with a depression, start the medicine, what is the life going to be? Yeah. So it's you are making a zombie at the age of 14 years, 15 years. Don't do that crime. What is the problem here is there is something that happened. Tell them how to cope up with that. Then you will do some methods, psychodynamic methods to increase their emotional bank balance. Yeah. So to increase the emotional bank balance, what are the methods you will do? Write down in the chart. What are the methods and psychodynamic methods you will do? So you will do 3-5-2. You can do rectangle breathing. You can do that frame breathing. You remember we did that frame breathing? Yeah. Down the staircase is very powerful to increase emotional bank balance, remove the worries of the thoughts. Yeah. Meditation, it increases depression. Okay. So when you are depressed, you should never meditate. Okay. Energy sphere, energy ball. These are the psychodynamic methods which you learn in Sunday classes and that you will do to increase emotional bank balance. Number two, you engage this child for new hobbies or previous hobbies which the child has lost interest in. Okay. Number three, the diet, the food, the probiotics, Acticoprobe to increase the serotonin level. Don't start medicines for 14-year child. That is like end of 14 years. Down the staircase is a part of psychodynamics taught in the Sunday classes, dear. That's not part of your present program. So you have to increase the emotional bank balance actually. You know, every time we are like, this is a problem and you jump to the conclusion. No, think of what they need. They need emotional bank balance. Not all, there are other children also who change their school, but some of them go through depression, and some children who change school, they are still normal. Why? Because these children who are normal, they have high emotional bank balance. These children who go through depression, they have low emotional bank balance. Similarly, for adult, same trauma, same trigger, something happened with you, some crisis. Some people, they succumb to it. Some people, they try to survive. Some people, they grow because of that crisis. It all depends on your emotional bank balance. So emotional bank balance is also linked to your dopamine level. If you tell a depressed person, okay, another question. There is a 30-year woman married since 3-4 years, and everything was good. But now she feels something is missing, something is lacking. Okay, she is a doctor, and she goes to her clinic, and she comes back, and seemingly she says that everything is good. Good husband, good mother-in-law does not stay with together, and that is a blessing. And then she is also earning, husband also earning. Okay, she has one child, but she's not happy. So uh, is she lonely? I like this question. Very good. Yeah. She has husband actually. Huh? Very good, Dr. Shetty. You are thinking in a broad way. Very good. Could be earlier trauma. Could be because of something triggered up. Yeah. Comparing with others that they are living beautiful life, all those things. Yeah. Lack of intimate relationships with the husband. Carrying guilt, fear, anxiety, worry. After pregnancy, there is a change in the hormones that can also lead to hormonal changes. It can be low dopamine simply. So for low dopamine, all those things you will do. Learn new thing, do exercise, cooking, gardening, and good probiotic. All those who said mundane life, monotonous life, actually that is a blessing. I tell you, imagine a life where you have, when you feel that there is a settle in you are settled in life, and suddenly there is a crisis coming, or you have a fight with your spouse, fight with your family, fight at workplace, everything gets disturbed. Then things smooth out. Again, some crisis happens, everything is disturbed. So that is an adventurous life. You know, if you are having a boring life, that's a good life. It means you are living what you are intended to live. You are living your life happily and peacefully. What you need to do is you need to understand that boring life is a good life. You have to accept it. How many of you agree that boring life is a good life and you have to accept it? Write down agree. If you don't agree, you can write disagree. No problem. You don't want adventures. Ask all those people, those whose life is not boring. What are you living? So they will say, every day husband is fighting, every day wife is fighting, every day some relatives are coming at home, every day there is one or the other issue going on, every day there is a fear that you will get fired from job. Every day there is a fight at the job. What stupid. This is adventurous life. You need to learn how to live a boring life. No worries. So don't confuse depression with boring life. Okay. So you lose interest in something, that is a depression symptom. Okay. But boring life is beautiful for many people. There are always two types of people. Coming to two types of people, we will divide this group into two class. We'll divide this class into two groups. Okay. So you are a person, when you eat French fries, okay, you put sauce on the French fries or you take it in the separately. You prefer Coke, you prefer Pepsi, you prefer Domino's, you prefer Pizza Hut, you prefer Burger King, you prefer McD. Yeah. So there are always preferences. There are always going to be people like that. It doesn't mean that Pizza Hut is correct and Domino's is wrong. Similarly, someone who feels boring life is a good life, they are correct. Someone who feels boring is life is not a good life, they are also correct. So there are always people like that. So the point to make is, don't make a judgment with the client. Okay. Sometimes for marriage counseling, the client comes and says, my husband does not behave good, mother-in-law does this. So you start thinking, yeah, your mother-in-law did this, what you did. And you tell this client, you should throw your mother-in-law outside your home and kill your husband or do something with that. No, that is your purview. Understand what purviewship comes from. For her, that is the other thing. Okay. So to learn systematically marriage counseling, you can read this book or attend the Wednesday classes. You will learn relate pillar test. More than 500 lawyers in India, they have learned this concept and they're using it for their marriage counseling. Earlier, before this, people used to do marriage counseling from their own wisdom, own knowledge, 1 or 2 sessions. And for them, every couple, the solution is you should go for a vacation. Hey, stupid, shut up. You don't know any other couple activity. For them, all couple activity was go for a vacation. Everything will be solved. And they don't know what is the problem. So there can be 25 problems in marriage or in a relationship. There can be 25 problems. For each problem, there are tests in this. So systematically, you will do scientific test on the client, identify what is the problem. When you find out what is the problem, that itself solves 50% of the problem. To further solve the problem, you use couple therapy related pillar activities. Okay. So there are activities for each problem, around 20 to 30 activities for each of these 25 problems. So more than 300 couple activities are there. When you use this content, you are able to help the client for 20 to 30 sessions and solve their issue permanently. So if you are helping a client for 20 to 30 sessions, you can earn 20 to 30,000 from single client. Coming to the next point. Coming to the next case study. There is a child in a class, teenager in a school, high school, not able to make friends, not able to play with the team games. Okay. Good in studies and good at home also with the parents. Okay, but not able to make friends. What do you think can be the likely diagnosis, multiple diagnoses, and what are the things you are going to ask? What can be the first? Tell me what are the differential diagnoses in this case? introvert, shy, inferiority complex, bullying in the school, wrong parenting, some fear, generalized anxiety disorder, social anxiety, trust issues, ADHD, more likely. Yeah. Now, for this child, don't label autism. Just because the child is not able to make friends doesn't mean autism. So, what many people do, very easily label the autism. So, don't do that. Very good. Good questions. Okay. Self-centric, wants a comfort zone. Yeah, correct. Another case study. You are a counselor and you have gone child counselor. You visit a school. In the school, in the class, there are 50 students. Out of these 50 students, when you are talking, there is one student who is always interrupting, asking multiple questions to you. The child is not able to sit properly. Yeah, always moving here, there. But asking good questions. These questions are not random. And child is asking frequent questions, raising hand, interrupting you, all those things. What do you think is a very good? Who's that? Jaswanti, very good. It can simply be active child, inquisitive child, not necessarily ADHD. If someone is disturbing the class, asking more questions, that is not the ADHD. Yeah. Intelligent, curious, hyperactive, normal child. Child is child. Asking. The child does not know when to ask questions, when not to ask questions. Yeah. Smart child, curious child. Very good. Don't put the diagnosis of ADHD just because the child is asking so many questions. In the same class, there is one more student who is less active, less energetic, and seems completely detached from the topic, not interested. You ask question, everyone answers. This particular child does not answer, not participating, and not uh, engaging, showing extremely boring topics. Like, what can be the cause of this? Fear, low confidence, low self-esteem, shy, inferiority complex. What is ADD? Hmm. Uninterested, topic not good, the speaker not good. Why do you want to blame the child? It is a good possibility speaker is not good. Anxiety, something at home, something in class, not comfortable. Maybe drowsy because of medicine. Direct low IQ. Huh. So distracted, just a bad day. Good. So always you are understanding what we want to do. So whenever you get a parent, whenever you get a teacher, whenever you get a child as a special client, don't jump to the diagnosis. First think of what can be the other causes, common things. Okay. I will tell you one story. Who would like to hear the story now? Real story, yeah? Real story. How to jump to the diagnosis. How not to jump to the diagnosis. Okay. I was an intern. Yeah. So around this is a story of around approximately 20 years back. No? So I was an intern. One time, around 22 years, male comes in the casualty, complaining of severe pain in the stomach. The position of the pain is that you can rule out. It is not appendix. Okay. So I know it is not appendix. So I'm the first one to contact this and check the BP and take the history and everything. And what is the diagnosis? So when the senior came, he asked me, what do you think is the diagnosis? I think he has eaten that tortoise mosquito coil. You know, that time, 20 years back, there was a mosquito coil called Kachwa Chhap Agarbatti tortoise. So, and I said that brand name also. Yeah, I think he has eaten the tortoise mosquito coil. And then this doctor thought that this intern is very stupid actually. Yeah, of all the diagnoses, he thought of tortoise mosquito coil and he just went away. And then I started asking him, tell me, have you eaten tortoise mosquito oil? He said, no. No, you must have eaten. You are hiding it. Hey, relatives, get out. Get out from here. So tell me now. See, no one is here. Okay, no one is here. Absolutely. Okay, I will keep it secret. You tell me. Have you eaten tortoise mosquito oil? He's like, no. When did you have your breakup with your girlfriend? No, no breakup, no girlfriend. What is the reason? You failed an exam. What is the reason that you ate tortoise mosquito oil? So earlier he was very confident that he has not eaten. Okay. But after me asking him so many times, he also started suspecting himself. Have I eaten it? Have I eaten it? And my diagnosis is only one. I don't have any other diagnosis. I don't have simple acidity or infection. No, you have eaten tortoise mosquito oil. Then I'm like, are you sure you're not eaten? So he said, "Oh, yes, sir, I am very sure not eaten." So I'm like, has someone fed you tortoise mosquito oil? Someone must have fed you. You tell me, what did you eat last time? 24 hours. Start from that. Who fed you? Who cooked your meal? It's like mother cooked my meal. And, no, mother cannot do. So tell me, anyone else? Yeah, sister-in-law cooked. Do you suspect her? So at the end of half hour, this patient himself got convinced that he has eaten tortoise mosquito coil. I'm completely convinced that is the only diagnosis he can have. He cannot have any other diagnosis because I'm stupid. Yeah. So he also got convinced. Similarly, if you are a psychologist and if you tell the child or the parents your child has ADHD, they are going to get convinced they are going to live their next life for that. So this patient, when he was discharged after 4 days, he still have the complete clear conception, picture, belief that he was poisoned by someone with exactly this tortoise mosquito coil. Only this brand, no other brand. And no other poison, only the mosquito coil. Yeah. But I didn't ask him whether he has bought it or he has it at home. I don't know. No one cares for that answer. Important is he has eaten that. That's the only diagnosis. So that's how many psychologists they diagnose, so-called psychologists, they diagnose children autism. Your child has autism, and parents are they start going from one counselor, one psychiatrist, everyone to confirm the diagnosis. They don't want to rule out; they want to confirm, and they feel like pride. Wow, my child has autism. Hey, stupid! That child is going to stay below average for the whole life. Yeah, don't label your child autism. Yeah. There are some mothers who just say that, sir, my daughter has ADHD and anxiety and she's taking medications in 4 years. What is the age of your daughter? Sir, 12 years. So since 8 years, she's taking anxiety and depression. Actually, mother, you need the treatment. You are the psycho actually. Yeah, who is going to wrong people and taking medicines. Understand? So that's how. So be careful with such intents. Yeah, they will make you believe you have eaten tortoise mosquito coin. I still convinced, and probably that client, even after 20 years, is already convinced, believe someone poisoned that person with this coin. Actually, we should have such platform for sharing your goofy stories, how you convinced a client that you have autism, ADHD, tortoise mosquito coil, and all those things. Next case study. Any of you doctors who has done such kind of goofy things? There are more goofy things I have done. I will tell you later. Later means whenever we meet. Yeah, that's for a dinner chat. Next case study. You observe a child around 4 years age, and the child arranges the toys in a particular sequence. a circle, a straight line. You just observe it because it is your friend's house. You observe this child. After a few years, you see this child and everything is arranged so systematically. The table is clean, things are arranged systematically. But the child is able to play with other children. Okay. Then as the child grows, you observe again. Now the child is able to play with other children, but for example, they are playing kitchen set or something. Yeah. When the other child, the friend, keeps one object from here to other place, because it is not systematically arranged, this child will shout or this child will get disturbed. Take things back and put it back. Okay. Now there is a boundary line. If you're talking perfectionism versus OCD. So how do you call it OCD? OCD is when it is causing dysfunction in life. For this child, things were good as long as you are arranging things in a particular circle, arranging the table, all those things. What is the dysfunction? You are getting irritable. Yeah. You are fighting with other children when other children take your toys and keep it in different place. Yeah. You are spoiling the game. So that's why we will probably call it OCD. Now, what is the next step? Child, 8 years, 6 years, you're diagnosed with OCD. So the objective is not to label the child for OCD and put it in some anath ashram or somewhere else. No. Yeah. This child, you have to nurture it, that use your OCD to develop new skills. Take interest in studies, take interest in maths, take interest in writing, grammar, get OCD for grammar, get OCD for painting, learning new things, new skill, or probably study. Yeah, growing in life. Whatever is your interest. Yeah, child's interest. So OCD is a gift. You have to transform it. And you have to educate the child. See, you like systematic things, but other children, their mind is not like that. Yeah? If they see something systematic, they think, what is this wrong, weird. And when you see something disorganized, you see it is weird. Both are normal. But you have a gift. The gift name is OCD. You have to use it for your growth. Don't fight. There is a child around 6 years. The child doesn't make eye contact. The speech is delayed. Till now, the child cannot speak in complete sentence. Child can speak in some words. If you ask a question, child will answer in one word, will not complete the sentence. Finding it difficult to make adjustment with the friends while they play. So here you can call autism. Yeah. But the earlier child, you cannot call autism, dear. Okay. Because there is no social dysfunction. So how do you define autism? The major component is social dysfunction. Eye contact, speech, making friends, playing with friends. Social interaction is affected. Now take up adult case. There is a 35-year man switching jobs every 6 months. There is a gap in between two jobs. 6 month job, few months or 1 year break, then another job. 3 months job, 6 months job, 9 months job, then another break. There is a pattern. Job, break, right? It's not that now this is one resume. This is one person. There is another person, another case study where the person has switched the job so frequently, 6 months, 6 months, 6 months, but there is no break. You understand? Now someone who has a break, either you got fired or you left the job in whatever your psychopathic episode you had, that you didn't care for your revenue, you didn't care for your earnings. Yeah, you were not afraid of the break. Understand? You need to evaluate this person. There is a more likelihood of autism here. Okay. So you are going to see many resumes. If you are HR, you will see many resumes who jump from one job to another, and who second resume is few month job, break, then few month job, break. Okay. And these people are more likely somewhere in autism spectrum disorder, and you need to evaluate them. Okay. Now someone said ADHD, question mark. Okay. So I will take another case study and you tell me whether it is ADHD. So ADHD is not about body movements, the child is moving and all those things, child is hyperactive. Yes, shut up. No, just because the name says hyperactivity, it means ADHD. No, that is simply a hyperactive child. I will give you a case study of two children. Both are around 10 years. Same class. One is a boy, one is a girl. You are taking the interview. Okay. The boy is hyperactive, moving like this in the chair, doing all those things. Yeah. Seeing here, there, and just exploring things. Okay. The girl is sitting like this, very calm. Yeah? The boy is average in studies. The girl is good in studies. Then you ask more questions to both of them. Who's your favorite teacher? Which is your favorite subject? Which games you play? So favorite teacher, favorite subject, you're asking just for comfort level, icebreaker. But there is a video in the book. There is a QR code in the book. You can watch how to break ice with the clients. So multiple icebreaker methods. Now, the final question, the real question was, which games you play? So the girl says, who is sitting quietly, she tells the name of the games, which is individual play. The boy says cricket and all those, okay, group games. Then you ask, how many friends you have? Girl says, I don't have a friend. I don't get along with others. The boy says, I have two, three friends, but we just keep fighting and all those things. And the boy is hyperactive. Whom do you think is ADHD? The boy is hyperactive, moving in the chair and doing all the dance and everything, and low score, but has friends and all. Okay. So the more likely ADHD here will be the girl actually, or it can be autism. So now you need to, or it can be just an introvert child. Now you need to do more questions, more history taking here. Okay. But very clearly, just because that this boy is hyperactive doesn't mean ADHD. Yeah. Now there is one level of hyperactiveness in the like the teacher is singing the poem and the child is standing on the bench and enacting the poem. Child is running in the class, disturbing the class. Yeah, there is something serious now. Yeah. Many of you know who is that person who has done that during childhood. It's good. Probably the teacher or the principal didn't know that it is ADHD. So the new teacher used to cry and used to complain to the principal that this child is so troublesome, I cannot teach in the class. And the principal used to come and scold that teacher. If you cannot teach this class, you can leave the job. Yeah, but this child is normal. You have problem. You cannot teach. Other teachers can teach. Yeah, you're not a good teacher. Thankfully, they didn't label me ADHD. Otherwise, probably the stamp would have stayed, and it affects the confidence. It affects growth abilities and everything. So ADHD definition is not bad in studies. So ADHD people are talented. They can be good in studies. They can do many things. Another case study, 16-year-old girl. Her mother, she does not come. Her mother comes to you and she says, my teenager girl, she has stopped eating properly and she has some symptoms of deficiency and she doesn't eat properly. Wears very thin clothes or weird clothes, short clothes, extremely body conscious, wears makeup and distracted from studies and all those things. Anorexia nervosa can be more likelihood in this case, yeah, because, or it can be because of anxiety. So what is anorexia nervosa? A eating disorder. It originates from anxiety. Yes. So you have so much anxiety, how you look, how others perceive you. Are you looking beautiful? And that's why it is leading to anorexia nervosa. Wrong friend circles, drugs. It can be anything and everything. Many things can be there. Okay. Another case study. This is interesting now. A 30-year woman, she has a child delivered 1 year back. Whenever she takes the child in her arms, when she's alone at home, she thinks or she's afraid that she will harm the child. When she cuts the vegetables, she gets afraid that she will cut the child. When she is walking in the balcony with the child, she's afraid that she will drop the child, or she thinks that, shall I drop the child? She's confused. She doesn't know actually whether she is afraid or that thought is coming to her whether she should drop the child. Okay. Now this will need evaluation. The problem is that here there is a serious problem. If you say it is just overcaring, and if you are wrong, something serious is going to happen. And if you say schizophrenia, and it is just something simple, then already some horrible diagnosis has happened, label is happened. This is a serious case. It needs a lot of history taking, it needs a lot of evaluation. If you say hallucination, schizophrenia, my dear Tripti, okay. So very difficult diagnosis and be careful. So how do you rule out schizophrenia? Who will write down the answer? How will you rule out the schizophrenia? You ask one question to the client. If the client says this answer, you know that it is not schizophrenia. How do you know that? Very simple, I tell you. Okay. So how to rule out whether it is not schizophrenia? You ask a person, what are your symptoms? The person will say, I am completely normal. Relatives are psycho. That is more likely schizophrenia, actually. If the person says that I have this fear or I think something to drop the child, to harm the child, that person is aware of the wrong thoughts. So if the person is conscious of the wrong thoughts, it is not schizophrenia. Ruled out. It is not hallucination. Hallucination means the person experiences that thing, sees, hears, smells something that they believe it is happening. That is hallucination. If you tell them, no, no, there is nothing, you are seeing it, but it is not there, they will not believe you. They will think you are lying. That is hallucination. But here the mother is saying that she is afraid of these things. So very clear it is not schizophrenia. So don't spoil her marriage and everything by labeling her schizophrenia. It can be because of PTSD, it can be because of overprotectiveness, it can be because of hormonal changes, postpartum depression, it can be just be her fear, anxiety. What if I drop the child? Just anxiety. You need to take a lot of history in this. To watch the history taking videos, who will tell what is the page number for the QR code for the history taking videos? There are 4 videos for history taking. One is history taking 10 step, another is history taking for depression, history taking for result client or a child, then ice breaking questions so that you open up the child. Okay, very good. You are reading the book. Very good. New experience of child rearing. The first child syndrome. Yeah. When you have first child, you are very protective. So now, how will you diagnose ADHD? What are the symptoms that make you diagnose ADHD? So you have a child who says that the child is getting repeatedly bored by things. The child switches the games frequently. Takes one task, incomplete, changes to another. You tell a task to the child changes. Outward body restlessness is not ADHD. If you see a child moving here, there, talking active, that doesn't mean ADHD. Okay. The child is not able to focus on things. Child acts without thinking, disrupts the class, disrupts you. Okay. Unable to carry out jobs, loses or misplace the things often. All these are ADHD. If the child has only misplacing things, that means the child has insecurity. The parenting is wrong. The child is not secure. That's why child is misplacing things. Don't label the child isolated. Some child is very restless when the child comes to you. No, not necessary. Okay. So there has to be three things: hyperactivity, impulsivity, and inattention. If three things are there, then you can probably diagnose ADHD. Before labeling someone with ADHD, be careful what is going to be the impact on them. Okay. With ADHD, they are they suffer depression also. They suffer anxiety. OCD, they suffer anxiety. They suffer depression. Bipolar disorder, they suffer depression. They suffer manic episode. Anorexia nervosa, eating disorders, they suffer anxiety. They suffer depression. Schizophrenia, they also suffer anxiety, depression. So you are understanding. There is no diagnosis, but still you suffer anxiety and depression. So anxiety, depression, these are symptoms. Stress, worrying of the thoughts, repetitive thoughts, fear of future. They are happening because of some emotional trauma, some underlying condition, some hormonal change. Okay. Lack of dopamine, less serotonin. So you need to do something to improve it. A 30-year woman comes to you. She says she is afraid of sitting in the plane. What are the questions you will ask? When did you started? When was the last time you flew by airplane? What do you think is what will happen if you go by plane? Which mode of transport are you using now? Are you moving out of your home? Are you using other modes of transport? Not using, right? When it started, what was the event? So you will be able to understand. Okay. Typically, this is very clear-cut case of PTSD. Don't think PTSD happens only because of war, corona, all those. PTSD can happen because of betrayal in relationships, breakup at teenager, yeah, betrayal in office, watching some movie, some embarrassing moment, or any event that you are having the flashback after 6 months. The same event, someone is able to cope up. Same event, someone is having flashbacks after 6 months also. So this person has PTSD. Now, why? Because of what are the predisposing factors for PTSD? Number one, low emotional balance. Number two, education background. If you are more educated, you will have less likely of PTSD. Socio-economic status. What is your social status? What is your economic status? That affects PTSD. Whether you are actively doing a job or a business, or you are on a break. Whether you are social support, family support, whether you are married, whether you are single, whether you have friends, whether you are parents, whether you are one person that brings you happiness. How's your serotonin level? Right? How active are you? Have you ever had failures in life? Someone, you take example of two children. Okay, listen carefully now. You have two children in the class. You should never ask your child to have first rank every time. No. Allow them to fail. Allow them to score second rank, third rank. Good. Because a child who has always been the first rank, if one time fails, they don't know how to come back. They develop PTSD. They are shocked. But someone who scores second rank, third rank, fourth rank, they are always fighting. They are falling and they are fighting. They are falling and rising back again. So someone who is not always first, they know how to bounce back in life. Someone who has failed in life few times, they know how to bounce back. These are the people less likely to have PTSD. So have you seen best finishes last? Is it your story? Write down in the chat if it is your story. You were talented, multi-talented, used to do everything in the school, shows, art, dance, music, theater, best in the class, best in the studies. And in life, you couldn't do anything. Because you had one failure, and only one failure was sufficient to drop you down. And since then, you are in a shock state. You are not able to recover. So a good person, a healthy person is someone who has failed multiple times. Yeah. Someone who knows how to rise back. Someone who knows every time succeeded, not a good story, not a good employee, not a good manager. Because of parents and teachers over expectation, because of your own over expectations, actually. Yeah. So the best is you call yourself average. One more case study, then we end. Yeah. A middle-aged woman come to you and she says that um, she likes to go out with friends and she plans the outings and she gets ready, but just before she moves out of her home, she cancels the meeting, she cancels the gathering, or she cancels the plan. Social anxiety. So antisocial is different, my dear. So and yeah. So typically these people, they have social anxiety, and these people, they have a pattern. Everything they do in their life, they will plan something, and at the last moment, they will drop out. If you have a spouse who does that, it's very difficult life, okay? But you need to understand them that they are the victims of social anxiety. Okay? You need to have a backup plan. So backup plan is either you go out with someone or you go alone if they drop out on time. Instead of fighting with them. Mood swings. The people so-called mood swings, those who have mood swings, actually, there is a good likelihood that they have a bipolar disorder. Okay. Mood swing will be like good, happy right now, and suddenly you're irritable. That is mood swing, okay, understandable. It is basically irritability, depression, anger, frustration, guilt, fear, anxiety. So bipolar disorder is going to be depression, few days, and hypomanic episode or manic episode, typically. Okay. So read the book. We'll meet tomorrow for marriage counseling, relate pillar. Yeah. If you wish to learn child assessment tools, you can WhatsApp me. There is a class on Sundays for child assessment tools separately. So you learn how to assess the children, how to screen and find out which disease, which condition the child does not have, especially. Yeah. The child assessment tools you will learn from 2 months to 12 months for social growth, psychological growth, neurological growth, and behavior patterns. When you use this, you can identify which condition child does not have. You can rule out. And that is the objective of this book. Which condition the child has, you can put any and every condition and label the child. Important is to rule out those conditions. So this book is to educate parents to not label their children, to rule out the wrong diagnosis given by many psychologists or school counselors. Wrong diagnosis. So Shiv, Sunday we will meet for psychotherapy, psychodynamics, neuroplasticity. Okay. Thank you everyone. Have a great time. Bye.